ransomware encryption protection has evolved. We now have 4 different engines built into REP. We've got the encryption engine that's actually detecting any suspicious encryption attempts on any endpoint. This includes the likes of file reads, writes, renames, and deletes. We have the rename engine, which is identifying any malicious file renames, including write, delete behaviors, which again, all very common in the types of ransomware that's out there in the world right now. We're also detecting volume shadow copies, or more importantly, the deletion of volume shadow copies, which is an evolvement within ransomware now, because obviously ransomware is trying to delete the ability for you to restore from the likes of these volume shadow copies. And lastly, we've got the Canary Engine. So the Canary Engine basically is adding what I like to call local honeypots onto the devices, and the aim behind that is to trick the ransomware into touching the honeypot, and obviously that creates a detection, and then we go straight in and we can prevent the ransomware from spreading across the endpoint. So within ransomware encryption protection now, you will see a few additions under the REP module. So as you can see here, we've got our encryption engine, we've got our rename engine, we've got our volume shadow copy engine, as well as the Canary engine. And with the Canary engine, you've got the ability to decide if you want to make the Canary files visible, hidden, system hidden. You can decide what sorts of folders you want to populate using the Canary files, i.e. the likes of documents, desktop, downloads, pictures, videos, all the standard folders that ransomware is going to be targeting. You've got the ability to also decide what sorts of Canary files you want. So do you want the likes of the standard Office files, you know, your docs, your XLS files, PowerPoint files, as well as PDFs, images, archive files, executables, etc. So you've got full granularity right across the board now with ransomware encryption protection, with all these additional modules which provide a better detection mechanism and prevention mechanism when attempting to block ransomware. Right, what everybody's been waiting for, actually detonating some ransomware so you can see how we prevent this. So I'm just going to go into my policy here just to show you that I've got ransomware running in reporting mode. Let's go back to my virtual machine here, and as you can see, I'm going to be detonating the Maverick ransomware today. I've got a whole host of dummy files here, and one key point to note is the dummy files are roughly just slightly over 1 meg in size. So in all fairness, encryption shouldn't take very long. And I'm now going to execute the Maverick ransomware and tell it to go ahead and encrypt these files. And bear in mind, we're not in a preventative mode right now. We are solely in reporting mode. So hit the command. If you keep an eye out, you can see the encryption is going ahead, and within a couple of seconds, all these files will be encrypted. And again, bear in mind, it's just slightly over 1 meg in size. So there we go. Encryption is done. Basically, you're stuck. So I'll go ahead. Let's get rid of this folder here quickly. Let's bring back another set of files. Let's just open this up so you can see exactly what's going to happen to these files. Now, more importantly, as you're aware, we are in reporting mode. So I'm going to take the entire solution out of reporting mode, update my policy, and more importantly, sync my agent a couple of times just to make sure it's got the latest policy. And please note, guys, this is a virtual machine running on my local machine. So I'm pretty sure there might be a few hiccups here, but we can get through those. So here we go. We've got the policy updated a couple of times. Let's just bash this button a couple more times just to make sure it's there. Okay, one last time. Right. We can see here, policy has been updated. I'll just shut the agent down. And let's run that same command again. Fingers crossed, we should be okay. And there you have it. 2 files have been encrypted. Rep has jumped straight in, prevented any other files. And again, the other key item to note here is these files are a meg, just slightly over a meg in size. Most organizations, you probably have a couple of files that are meg, but they're usually larger than a megabyte. The larger the file, the longer it takes to encrypt, the easier it is for us to detect it. But as you can see here, we have prevented this ransomware from encrypting any further files. You can restore those 2 files very easily. The agent is picking up the detection here without any issue. And if I quickly go into our UI and find my host, go over to endpoint detection and ransomware, you can see the first execution here, where it was detected in reporting mode, so the encryption wasn't prevented. And the second detection, where we're now in preventative mode, we have blocked the encryption attempt. I can see the path for the malware. I can see the full process tree for the malware execution. I can see the executable. I can see where it was launched from. I can even see the command that was executed to launch the ransomware. And lastly, if the ransomware is talking to any CNC servers, I've got the internal IP, the destination IP, the respective port, and from this screen, I can block this communication at the same time. So that's a quick overview of ransomware encryption protection in the flesh, doing what it's meant to do.